Hello, Gemini. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you could make it. Gemini, we're going to take a look at what your messages are. I've already shuffled and laid out your spread, so let's get into your reading. Gemini, the overall energy surrounding you is this Nine of Wands. Yeah, you guys are tired. You're feeling wounded. You're feeling hurt because your efforts, your actions towards something you've been putting energy into hasn't yielded you the results that you want. For some of you, this Nine of Wands is you trying to endure situation or things going on and you're tired of it. But this Nine of Wands is also saying that you're focused on overcoming and you're on the defense. You are choosing to stay on guard despite having difficulties persevering. But this is you focusing on persevering nonetheless. There could be some sort of conflict that you're dealing with this Five of Swords underneath. Something that for some of you, you maybe feel defeated by at this time or have been feeling defeated by, but that you are also confronting. For some of you, you may be dealing with a matter that is not yours, but is connected to you in some way as it has to do with somebody else. And so you are stepping in to try to address the issue, to bring whatever the conflict or problem to an end for someone else. And you may be tired of, being involved in this way, but it's something that you may feel defensive about, but that you are, even though tired, looking to still endure and see what you can do to persevere or move the situation forward to a more calmer matter or circumstance. But you want peace of mind around this, or you're trying to create peace of mind for someone else. Now, some of you may feel defeated by your efforts towards trying to seize or get an opportunity or offer here, or you may be feeling a little defeated or disappointed by a love situation. But this Five of Swords, I feel this is you trying to figure out how to overcome it by any means necessary and bring it down. Your energy and attitude is the Sun. This is nice. This is you focusing on trying to have a positive outlook here towards what you're reaching for, the things you're reaching for, the things that you want to see happen for you. You see that this is a little girl. She has her hand reaching out. So there's something you're reaching for. You may be focusing on trying to get some clarity or get a breakthrough or break free from something. You may be trying to focus on having something illuminated, brought to light for you or around a situation or matter. There could be a focus on a child. You have the World for your relationships and friendships and love. With the World here, for some of you are experiencing where a relationship is coming to a close. Some of you are moving from being single to being in a relationship. For some of you, you've reached a milestone with your relationship. For some of you, you're focusing on how you can line things up and bring something to a successful completion or attain something for yourself or for someone else in your relationships. For some of you, you are traveling with family. For some of you, you are traveling to family with the World here. But I also feel with the World that things are lining up or aligning in your connections, or you're trying to have things be more aligned in your connections by you having more self-mastery in how you engage in your connections, your relationship, or to do with love, so that there is some sort of success here. Let's take a look at the World. Spirit, tell me about the World for Gemini in their relationships, friendships, and love. Give me 3 cards, please. For some of you, you may have been tired and feeling wounded by a connections, or a significant relationship, or in love, but that you are choosing to endure and persevere. For some of you, you may be teeter-tottering on whether or not to bring it to a close and end it, Or for some of you, you're focusing on how you may need to change or how things need to change in your connections to have more success and attain what you want in terms of your relationships that give you more happiness and joy. For some of you, your relationships are allowing you to feel complete, or others are feeling complete being in relationship with you. Tell me about the world for Gemini. Thank you. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands with the Six of Swords underneath. So for some of you, there is travel involved, okay, or talks of travel, perhaps to see family. But also with the Six of Swords underneath, there has been some conflict in a connection or certain connections or in love, where with the world here, there's success with bringing those arguments or disputes or issues to a close and able to transition to calmer waters and get more peace of mind. With the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands here, this here is you seeing movement and progress, or there's a lot of communication back and forth with the focus on how you are giving or how you are receiving, or both, where there's generosity being the focus. There could also be a focus on money. But this is about the give and take, focusing on balancing things in your connections and relationships and acting on that, communicating, talking, seeing progress, and having that confidence or that compassion or that assertiveness to achieving success and completion in your relationships. With whatever your position is, whether it is the position of you coming into a relationship, or a position of travel, or a position of how you are being a support to others or they're being a support to you, or how you achieve a milestone or looking to level up, or you are leveling up, but there's movement here and it's going in the right direction, or you're focusing on how to move things to more peaceful times. For some of you, there's a Queen of Wands involved that you're dealing with, or this is you embodying the energy of being passionate, compassionate, focusing on the caring and giving to others, or this is being done towards you. But this is about putting positive energy into situations with others and your love of people or their love for you, and creating success and happiness, or achieving what you want, attaining what you want from your connections, or your connections are getting what they need from you. Now, with your money and finances, you do have the Three of Wands for Gemini. I feel with the Three of Wands here, there's a focus on you waiting for some money to come in. This focus for money to come in, I feel, is either concerning your money or money involving someone else or others that you are connected with, where your money is involved together and you are all looking towards either you or all who you are involved with, where your money is connected, is looking for signs of money coming in, waiting for money to come in. I do feel with this Three of Wands around your money that you are okay, You are okay financially. But in the meantime, you want to see some more productivity with your initial action towards expecting some sort of money to come in, or the possibility for money to come in, or how else you may need to nurture the situation. You may have been working on this matter about money for either yourself or for someone else that may be causing you to feel tired, that you want clarity with, or that you're trying to reach and achieve. But even where you are waiting for money to come in, I do feel, Gemini, your money situation is doing okay. Things are working out and still coming together for you and whomever this involves that is concerning you. For your work, you do have the Six of Swords. So with the Six of Swords energy, many of you, your work is undergoing a transition. What do I mean by that? Some of you went from working at your job to now working from home. Some of you, there's the transition of you going from being out of work to returning to work with the Six of Swords. But with the Six of Swords energy, this is about moving from conflict in your mind or about the plans or strategy around work that's occurring, and moving to calmer waters, getting more peace of mind about it. But I feel like that transition isn't easy. It's rocky. There's some turbulence there. For some of you, you're leaving work and looking for something else. Now in your home and family, you do have the Chariot. So with the Chariot here, for some of you, there's a focus on a Cancer individual. With the Chariot in your home environment, this is you overcoming obstacles. This is you steering, having a clear focus, or trying to have a clear focus here with what it is that you want to attain or have success or completion with or bring to a close regarding matters in the home. With the Chariot here, I also feel this is you working to have self-control, or perhaps working with who you have in your home and environment, that a need for more emotional self-control is needed here with this Chariot energy. I feel that there may have been some scattered energy around your focus. But with the Chariot, this is you moving forward to transition from or figure out how to overcome those obstacles and bring it to a close, and do so successfully with your will and determination. Let's take a look at the Chariot. The Chariot is also speaking again to travel. So again, there may be some travel where people are visiting you or you looking to visit others. Spirit, tell me about the Chariot for Gemini. I also feel in the home, thank you, Spirit, there's a need for travel at this time, perhaps concerning a specific connection or certain relationships, in order to balance something out for yourself or for someone else, and that you're taking swift action with to create progress in the situation. So for some of you, Gemini, you may be dealing with someone who is not feeling well or sick, and or have some sort of health issue, and you are traveling to see where you can go and get it worked on and balanced out as quickly as possible. And you are directly involved in seeing that through, or someone is doing this for you. Give me 2 more cards, please, on the Chariot. Thank you. Yeah. So on the Chariot with the Empress underneath, so you may be nurturing or caring for others, or this may be what is happening for you. There may be a focus on a mother figure. But this is you wanting to see success, wanting to see progress, or see a situation prosper the right way here. You have the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So you're looking to get satisfaction, or you're getting satisfaction, as it has to do with any confusion or through you trying to find the options that need to happen here, or to clear away the confusion concerning home, family, or for yourself, where you are being logical, detaching from your emotions here so that you can have emotional control and focus on coming up with a logical plan to cut out the things that are causing issue or creating emotional dissatisfaction or causing upset. and you're looking at how to move forward and overcome and keep yourself and perhaps who you are dealing with calm emotionally and grounded. But there's a plan involved, or you're focusing on how you communicate to ensure that, or you're communicating and coming up with how you need to deal with family. I also feel that for some of you, Gemini, you're detaching emotionally because you may not be getting the satisfaction that you want around the home because there's some confusion or issues with your options, or it's connected to the wishful thinking that you may be entertaining that you're not seeing satisfaction or wish fulfillment with. Now, the unexpected coming in, you do have the Fool. So with the Fool energy, for some of you, you're dealing with an Aries. Also with this Fool energy, this could be an Aquarius. But with the Fool here is the unexpected here. This may be you unexpectedly finding that you need to be bold, or you're unexpectedly being carefree. You may be finding you're unexpectedly going on a journey. You may be unexpectedly experiencing going in a new direction. With this Fool energy, also with the Fool, there may be something that you unexpectedly have to take care of that's coming out of nowhere. For some of you, you unexpectedly are able to break free from something. Spirit, tell me about the Fool. What the Fool is talking about, taking a risk, taking a chance. The Fool is talking about being bold, facing your fear, dealing with stagnation and wastefulness and recklessness. Or you may be feeling unexpectedly that you are dealing with uncharted territory and feeling inexperienced. Spirit, tell me about the Fool for Gemini. But you may be taking a chance on something. For some of you, you may be doing something foolish. For some of you, you may be naive to something or oblivious to something. 3 cards, please, for Gemini. Tell me about the Fool. On the Fool, you have the King of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords, with the 5 of Pentacles underneath. So there is lack either in your money or something that is of value to you. There could be a problem with someone's health with the 5 of Pentacles here. We do have clarifying the Fool, the King of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. It could be concerning the King of Wands individual, whether male or female. But this is you perhaps focused on unexpectedly finding that there's something new is happening and trying to figure out how to take it in a new direction and needing to be on guard. You're on the defense. You may be tired. This may be a little bothersome for you, but you're looking to see how to overcome the situation. With the King of Wands, this is you or who you're dealing with, where the King of Wands is about focusing on how to achieve something. But if you notice, this King of Wands is kind of holding this lion. So I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, it's like you are needing to have self-control with your actions or your energy. Because the King of Wands in the upright is someone that can be a go-getter, is an achiever, someone who can raise the morale of others and enlist others to help in achieving their goals. But the King of Wands, if his energy is off, he can be very mean and condescending and nasty. And so you want to be mindful of that, about your energy and attitude here. There may be a need for you to have some self-restraint or self-control in your actions and energy towards something that you need to take care of, or you're trying to take in a new direction that you want to achieve. But it has something to do with balance or some sort of change that's coming in with this Two of Pentacles, where there's a conflict around it. And perhaps you're trying to see what you need to do to balance the conflict that you're dealing with and achieve taking it in a new direction, or to get results that allow you to have a sense of freedom. So be careful of any carelessness in what you say and in what you do. And something very positive that's going to happen to you is you do have balance, which is justice. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, where you find there is some issue with trying to go in a new direction, to get a new start, to break free, to get a positive outcome, to see signs of progress and success with your aims or what you're looking to see come in, or with a transition, or with how to move forward or get victory and overcome obstacles. You have the energy of justice here, where you're going to be able to achieve balance. But this balance is by doing things fair, by making the right decisions, by being rational, being mindful not to take advantage of others or be taken advantage of by others. With this energy of justice, this is talking about you having acceptance of a situation or your circumstances, and being okay with the truth of things and dealing with it. You could also be dealing with a Libra, but this could also be concerning some sort of a legal matter or some sort of matter where you want to see something set right, or you want the right thing to happen. And so something positive here with justice here is that something happens in your favor. You're able to balance things. And you're able to make balanced decisions. And so your likely outcome here is the Ace of Swords. So this is you getting clarity, getting the truth, getting that communication. You being able to see what needs to be cut out. You thinking of a new way. Spirit, tell me about the Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords for Gemini. Thank you. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So with the Nine of Pentacles underneath, this is you focusing on something that you are looking to gain, or you being resourceful here. But this is your ability to be grounded and focusing on how it is you can retain something or bring something into fruition. This is you having determination. This is you prospering in a situation. This is you figuring out how to adapt as much as possible as you complete things or new situations come about. But you gain the clarity, or you gain something of value with that Ace of Swords, where there's some sort of news that's coming in around work or what you were working on or building. that was causing you to feel very emotional, that you wanted to nurture and take care of, and may have had difficulties in doing, and you get the clarity of that, or the truth of that, or you're able to get the breakthrough. Let's take a look at the sun. So tell me about the sun for Gemini. 3 cards, please. Also with the Fool, there may be some optimism coming in around what was a conflict, where you're seeing it being balanced or changed, and you're achieving what you want and what you sought out for. Thank you. With the 8 of Swords, so there was something that you were experiencing some sort of trapped mindset around, or feeling limited or restricted from being able to see worked out or make happen or be liberated on this justice or balance. And so you're able to come out of a trapped mindset, the limitations, the restrictions, or whatever constraints or confinement that you found yourself in, where justice is bringing in balance for you, with something where you might have felt stuck with the devil, where you wanted to get the cooperation and support with what you wanted to complete, because you do have the devil, the 3 of Cups, and the World here. So this is you getting harmony as it involves others, or your feelings on what you are going through, experiencing, and dealing with in your collaborations and your interactions with others, where there was some sort of limitation or restriction or some sort of burden here or toxicity, and it's being brought to a close. For some of you, this is about you getting balance because you're able to reconnect with others that you were looking to come together with, that it had to be put off from. And now that restriction is removed and you're able to come together. And that gives you a sense of completion. Spirit, tell me about this 9 of Wands. Give me 3 cards, please. Thank you. This is you wanting positive outcomes. This is you wanting clarity, putting energy into a situation. This is you wanting things to come to light. This is you focusing on overcoming adversity, having a positive outlook, or trying to keep a positive outlook. On the 9 of Wands, you do have Death, the 2 of Swords, and the Fool. So this is around you focusing on making decisions that give you peace. This is about bringing you into any stagnation or stalemates that you are dealing with, because you are starting to, you see with this moon on this 2 of Swords, you're starting to see the light. There's light starting to shine on the situation to bring it to a place of peace. But whatever you are focusing on trying to change, bring to an end, transform, and go in that new direction, or break free from. That you're trying to keep your optimism intact with. Tell me about the Sun Tell me about the sun. Yeah, for a lot of you, you're focused on money. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Ace of Cups underneath. So you're focusing on getting an opportunity or offer. For some of you, there's a focus or need to focus on self-love. For others of you, there may be a focus on wanting love, new love, or to rekindle love. But I do feel that there is a focus on money, because on the sun, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Empress. But this is about you seeing what you can do or learning all you can to work on seeing growth, prosperity with what you're creating, seeing success by finding a new practical approach or with something new and tangible you're trying to receive or have given to you, or that you're trying to bring into form and create. Let's take a look at that Six of Swords around your work. Spirit, give me 3 cards on the Six of Swords for Gemini. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Okay, I guess there it is. With the King of Cups underneath, there's a lot of feelings here, okay? With this King of Cups, there's a focus on accountability and responsibility. Either there's a lack of it or there's a need to have it. Or there may be concerns around empathy. This could be a focus on a King of Cups individual, whether male or female. There may be a focus on intervention or how to direct in a situation. But certainly this is having a lot of feelings around work. Feeling a lot as it has to do with work. And so the cards that came out is you do have the Tower, which fell kind of sideways. So the Tower, it fell sideways. So you may be starting to get a realization. For some of you, perhaps this may have been around a rude awakening, but there's some sort of change, a sudden change that's happening in work or about to happen with work, with it being sideways. For some, this is something that is starting to feel uncomfortable somehow. For some, this is starting to address the frustrations and adversities that were being experienced around work. You also have the Nine of Swords, which is sideways. So this is you having a lot of concern, anxiety, and perhaps some of you are coming out of it. Some of you are still very worried as it has to do with work. But with the Six of Wands, this is about having victory over those struggles. Something being acknowledged or recognized here that allows for a transition to happen, that move things to calmer waters in your workspace. You may have been very worried about work, and that may be starting to subside for some of you, because now change is starting to happen. So let's see what some additional guidance is for you, Gemini. Spirit, what is some additional guidance for Gemini? Yeah, you've been trying to keep it together, Gemini, because these cards are kind of like doing its own thing. What is some guidance for Gemini? Can we have guidance, please, Spirit? For Gemini. Thank you. You have She Who Hopes. Love, hope, and relationships. Underneath, She Who Resists. Fearless, justified, and resistant. So let's take a look at the book on that. Starting with She Who Hopes. She who hopes perches on a bridge to get acquainted with the frog below. Even though she's already kissed a few frogs, she's willing to give it one more shot. She does not allow past disappointments to keep her from opening up her heart once again. Her crown shows she knows herself to be a queen already. She has no need to be completed by someone. However, there is room in her world for a partner who will stand beside her to support her and to love her. Renee believes, and that's what this card is. Did I show that to you? Sorry for that. Believes in the sanctity of and the power of love. The message of this card is to never give up hope. Your dreams of love are possible regardless of any history indicating otherwise. When you are able to look back and see how every connection has brought you to this place, you begin to build your own bridge from loneliness to happiness. Always remember, you must crown yourself first, for no one else can make you see your own worth if you don't already own it. Believe in love. Believe the lessons of the past were simply to give you opportunities to become the amazing human you are. Some questions to ask yourself are, what have I learned from past relationships? What kind of partner will stand beside me? What am I doing to attract the kind of love I desire? And now looking at AquariAus, forgive me because some of these names, my pronunciation of it is going to be fucked up. But she who resists. Let's take a look at that. Gemini. She who resists grips a bloody knife in her hand. She looks back to see who follows. Her determination is echoed in the golden bee exploring the rose in her hair. Take a look. She will continue to do what she must do. She holds no love for violence, but neither will she allow fear to rule her. When the call comes to fight for her rights, she will always answer. Her fierce resistance comes from a lifetime of being told what she cannot do. AquariAus embraces her own voice, her own power, her own infinite right to be herself. AquariAus' message is to fight for yourself. Resist those who would change who you are. Stand against injustice in your world. It is best to choose the path of non-violence. Yet, at times, you may have to use justified anger as impetus to move yourself forward. This moment calls for you to draw on your own inner strength, examine how you may be allowing things to happen, explain how you may be allowing things to happen simply by refusing to resist. This is not a time to allow others to walk all over you. Questions to ask yourself: am I allowing my power to be blocked? Is my anger justified? And are there peaceful ways to resist? These are your messages, Gemini. So whatever you are in pursuit of that you are feeling tired and wounded by, this could be one thing, this could be a few things. This is asking you to continue to hope, but for you to be fearless and to be mindful that whatever you're pursuing or feeling wounded by, make sure that you are seeing clearly and ask yourself, are you justified? Or is what's happening to you justified? And then measure what's going on in terms of that resistance. But always operate from a place of love, hope, in every relationship and connection you are engaging. Because this is about you getting to your truth, your clarity, and getting the breakthrough. And remember, the Ace of Swords is a double-edged sword, which was your outcome, but also your advice. There may be a need to think of new ways, or there may be a need to communicate or you're waiting for that communication. But clarity is available to you and can be yours. Just don't be reckless or naive. And if you lack the experience because you're inexperienced, gain some experience. But also be mindful of how you speak, what you say, and what you tell yourself. I hope these messages help. Take care, Gemini. Bye.